What's going on, guys? So today we're going to be talking about the long rumored Canon R5 and the specs that Canon has officially announced, it's not rumored anymore, are going to be absolutely mind-blowing. So let's jump into it. The number one rumor right now was the 8K RAW, and Canon has announced that this camera can do 8K RAW. It can also do 8K 10-bit internal RAW. I think this is a huge step up. One of the biggest rumors for this camera was the 8K video recording, and Canon just announced that they're going to be doing 8K. This camera will be able to do internal RAW 10-bit recording, which is absolutely mind-blowing. I don't know how they're going to do this at up to 30 frames a second, which I can't wait. I don't know how long the record time's gonna be, and I don't even know if you can hear me because it's super windy outside right now. This is also full frame 8K, so it's not gonna be any of this weird crop situation going on like on most other Canon 4K cameras. It's gonna be full frame 8K internal 10-bit RAW recording. Absolutely amazing, and I don't know how big these files are going to be, but I could only imagine that they're going to be massive. You can also record at 4K, which is going to be full frame as well, and this is at up to 120 frames per second, and I think this feature by itself is going to sell so many of these cameras because everyone wants that 120 at 4K, especially full frame, which is ideal for getting that super buttery B-roll. And I'm just super excited for this specific feature. Most Canon shooters, we haven't been able to film 120 at even 1080. It's mostly been at 720. Now that they're just skipping the at 1080, they're just gonna go straight into the 4K, which is ideal, and it should be beautiful. This camera also is gonna have Canon Log, which I'm a huge fan of. I love the super flat camera profiles, so you can get the most dynamic range out of your shots. It's also gonna have the first in-body image stabilization in a Canon camera. This is gonna be huge. You can also use optical or lens IS. Is there really gonna be a need for gimbals anymore? This camera is gonna have dual card slots, which most people thought it was gonna have anyways, but they did announce that it is gonna be a CFast card, and as well as that, it's gonna be the UHS-2 SD cards, which it's gonna be perfect for all those wedding shooters and pros, and for whoever thinks they need 2 copies of their footage, especially photos. Like weddings, you can't really go back and recreate a wedding because obvious reasons. This is ideal, and that CFast card allows for, you know, that 8K internal RAW recording. Better save up your money because it is extremely expensive. We all know and love the dual pixel autofocus in most Canon cameras, and this camera is no exception. It's gonna have dual pixel autofocus. They said that the eye and face autofocus is gonna be a little bit better and faster, smoother. They also added the ability to track animals, so such as dogs, cats, even birds. Who knows what other animals this will be able to track. And I love the dual pixel autofocus system. It just works, and I'm curious of how well the animal autofocus will work for y'all dog and cat Instagrammers. This camera is also gonna have crazy high photo shutter speeds, coming in at 12 frames per second using the mechanical shutter, and coming in at 20, yes, 20 frames per second using the silent shutter. And I honestly think this is mind-blowing. Like, that's super fast, especially for all you know, sport shooters or capturing movement. You're gonna be able to and get like a crazy amount of photos. With the ability to shoot 8K video, the rumor is that this camera is going to have a 45 megapixel sensor, but there's no real evidence that it's going to have a 45 megapixel sensor. Canon hasn't announced this yet, so it's just rumors. I honestly think if they can keep the price down to similar to the 5D Mark IV or just the 5D series of camera, I think this camera is gonna sell like wildfire. Personally, can't wait to get my hands on this camera. And that's all I have for this video. If you did like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It does help. Until the next video, peace.